Is a stateless society possible without government? Imagine a world where no one is in charge and everyone makes their own rules. Sounds wild, right? But some thinkers believe it could work. Let's look into whether a society without government is really possible. First, what do we mean by a stateless society? It's a society where there is no central authority controlling everything. Instead, all interactions happen through voluntary agreements. No one has a monopoly on force. Libertarians see this as a way to maximize individual freedom. Libertarians argue that the state is just an organization that claims the right to use force within a territory. They believe that force should only be used when it's voluntary, not imposed. So, they think all social and economic exchanges should be based on contracts and mutual consent, not government rules. Many support the idea that private institutions could replace government functions. For example, private security firms could protect neighborhoods, and independent arbitration services could settle disputes. These services would compete, giving people choices and keeping prices fair. This is called a polycentric legal system, where different providers of law and order coexist. Some libertarians point out that before modern governments, communities managed their own affairs without a central authority. Towns, guilds, and private courts handled disputes and security. This shows that non-state governance can work, at least on a smaller scale. However, challenges exist. How would a society defend itself against outside threats without a government? Libertarians suggest voluntary defense associations or private armies could step in. They believe that market incentives and social norms would discourage violence and theft. Another concern is organized crime. Without a government, some worry crime could flourish. But libertarians argue that private security and property rights create strong incentives for peaceful behavior. People want to protect their property and lives, so they would support effective private defenses. Some libertarians advocate for a minimal state that only protects rights. Others, called anarcho-capitalists, want to eliminate government entirely. They believe voluntary institutions and market forces can handle everything from law enforcement to justice. In practice, creating a society without government would require a lot of voluntary cooperation. People would need to trust private institutions, respect property rights, and agree on common norms. It's not easy, but many believe it's possible with enough social cohesion and market development. So, could a society exist without government? Many libertarians say yes. They think voluntary institutions, market competition, and respect for individual rights could replace the traditional role of government. It's a different way of organizing society, based on freedom rather than coercion.